Hey everybody, Dietric Williams, the Navigator, here to take you from where you are to where you want to be. And welcome to another edition of Info on the Go. I got a DM in Facebook the other day from somebody who saw something I posted online when I was talking about having a real estate checkup. And essentially what I mean by that is you go to the doctor every year to make sure that everything with your health is intact. And so just like with your real estate, you want to look at it once a year to make sure that everything is intact. And the question that came up was, should I get a will or should I get a trust? Now, I'm not an estate planner or an estate attorney, so I can't give you legal advice in terms of what you should do and which one is better. I just will tell you to go talk to an estate planner or an estate attorney. Now, an estate or your estate is essentially just kind of everything that you own, all your assets and everything. An estate plan is a bunch of legal documents which say what you would want to have happen to the assets should you become incapacitated or should you pass away. And it can include a will, a trust, it can include a power of attorney, it can include an advanced healthcare directive. The list goes on and on. Now, in terms of a will is really a structured written document that's been witnessed that says upon your demise, this is how you want your assets to be allocated. This is who you want them to go to. Now, here's the key thing that you need to know about that. When you die, if you do or don't have a will, your assets are going to go through what's called probate, the probate process. And the reason is that under the will, your assets are still under your name. And once you pass away, your assets get frozen. It's the probate court that decides how, when, and to whom those assets are going to get distributed to, okay? A trust, or what we would call a living trust, is kind of like an entity in itself. So I'll give you an example of what I mean by this. I own a house, me and my wife, in California. Our names are on the title, but we want to make sure that should something happen to us, the house will go to our children. So we will write up what's called a trust or a revocable trust or an irrevocable trust that designates our children as the beneficiaries of the home should something happen to us. And so we will put the house in the trust. And so instead of our names on the title, it may say Dietric and Kara Williams Living Trust. Just giving you an example. And so all of your assets, if you have a trust, should be funded into the trust so that they are protected, because in a trust, should something happen to you, the assets will not get frozen. They don't go through the probate process. Essentially what happens is when you set up a trust, all of those assets get passed on to the trust while you are actually still living, as opposed to a will when everything gets dispersed and designated once you pass away. So that's just a basic brief understanding of the difference between a will, a trust, and really what an estate plan is. Again, I am not an estate planner or an attorney, so I'm not going to give you a real deep dive into that. If you need someone to talk to, please, you can email me, call me, and I will refer one of the many estate planners or estate attorneys that I know, who are all excellent, by the way, who can give you advice and guidance as to what would be best for you in your given situation. Okay, so if you found this information useful and helpful, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it out there with your family members, friends, co-workers, whoever the case may be, because they too may need this information. So I thank you for watching again. I'm Dietric Williams, the Navigator, here to guide you from where you are to where you want to be. And I'll see you next time.